Hello, everyone, and I'm Christina Giordano, the founder of Sold, your go to resource for soulful entrepreneurship. And my philosophy is this: people can no longer be sold to, they must be sold to. This is selling with soul. This is marketing with integrity, where you no longer need to compromise your authenticity, your boundaries, your uniqueness, your wholeness. This is messaging in a way that actually reflects the transformation you provide because it's your story, your transformation, and nobody can compete with that. This is manifesting in a way that honors your fullness, all of the pieces and parts of you that are meant to be divinely resourced. Join me every Wednesday to learn all of this and more. Let's jump right in. Today's episode is called 5 Things That Happen When You Market Yourself and Manifest with Nothing But Your Essence. Now, for this week's episode, I'm diving in on 5 clear and specific results that can happen when you market yourself and manifest with nothing but the essence that is you. And this is important for me to do this because I feel as though in the old paradigm of marketing, we are taken so far outside of our essence, so far outside of our inner truth, our inner knowing, that we've had to really trust ourselves in one, believing that that is the way forward through ourselves, through our essence, and 2, believing that not everybody's way of doing things is our way. And I know that this is my thing, marketing and manifesting with the essence that is you. And today I want to give examples for why this work is essential. And this is for those of you who are truly wanting to tap into this new paradigm of marketing and manifesting. So first things first, why do we even want to tap into the new paradigm of marketing and manifesting in the first place? Well, because as I was trying to explain at the beginning of this, the old paradigm is rooted in following a broken and outdated prescribed methodology that asks you to hustle your heart out for a buck. It asks you to do all of the things that you don't want to do. It asks you to burn yourself out. It asks you to show up for the algorithm and for external validation. It has you begging for buys and clicks and engagement, whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. It all looks the same. It all sounds the same. And it makes you feel like you're just spinning your wheels with no end in sight. And when it comes to the old paradigm of manifesting, it's kind of the same thing. It asks you to effort in other ways. You're asked to believe in someone else's version of God while they read you their man-made scripture and tell you its truth. So take it from someone who has attended Catholic school her entire life. You can believe whatever you want and get on by. You're also asked to follow a bunch of rituals that sound absolutely insane, all the while ensuring that you follow them to a T so that you can manifest your dream life. Listen, I'm all for making things fun, but cleaning up the cinnamon that I just blew out my front door sounds like work to me. You're also asked to invest in anything outside of yourself, from crystals to psychics, to make something happen. Here's the thing about this. My journey actually required that I work with psychics and crystals too, but these people and things did not create this life for me. I did. They were simply adjuncts to my process. And so when you're manifesting and marketing with nothing but the essence that is you, you are instantly making yourself more magnetic because you are not relying on anything or anyone outside of you to make it happen. And, the people who are drawn to me and those who I am drawn to in return feel as though their soul path and their career path are uniquely intertwined. So for them, it's no longer a career or a calling. It's no longer a career or a job. It's a calling. And because they want to show up for their calling with integrity and alignment, and most importantly, soul, they feel completely out of integrity and alignment when they show up to market themselves and manifest in a way that doesn't honor their soul. And as I was saying earlier, the broken and outdated paradigms require that we go too far outside of ourselves to build businesses and create dream lives. Therefore, it becomes less soulful. And what we're left is we're left with a calling and a purpose that just feels like it requires all of this misaligned action and effort in order to make something happen. So let's talk about what actually does happen when you come back into the essence that is you. Number one, you stop chasing your worth through perfection and achievement and external validation. You just know that you are worthy no matter what is happening around you. And if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that chasing or even effort itself could be my middle name. I know effort like the back of my hand, and it's because I'm an empath and a giver and very sensitive to other people's energies, as are many of my clients, to be honest. We'd give it all away for free if we could. And yet we'd work double time to sell it and receive for it. It's quite the paradox. It's an imbalance in how we perceive our worth. However, once you work with the essence that is you, you start to move with integrity. You start to embody a worthiness that is truly reflective of an essence that is overflowing with a stronger balance in love for self and for serving others. And when I imagine myself chasing from a wounded version of myself, it felt like if I didn't chase, I'd never catch it. And therefore, I'd never get it. We are wired to think that we need to chase in order to survive. We are wired to think that if we don't chase, what we want will never be ours. But what if we rewire ourselves to believe that what we want is ours no matter what? Because if we want it, that means we are already worthy of it and therefore do not need to chase it. What if we were to let our essence be the magnetic field that allows our desires to kind of chase us instead of the other way around? After all, we are the prize. We are on the pedestal. What we want wants us too. So what if we just let it come? When you need to chase something outside of yourself, you immediately remove yourself from the pedestal. You are no longer the prize. When you're more contained inside as a result of healing, your desire to chase dissolves. Number two, you see all of the ways in which you are settling and accepting the bare minimum of life. Now, I'm at a place in my growth and in my journey where I can honestly say that my first marriage was the epitome of me settling for less than what I know that I deserved. And while I was going through my divorce, which is at the point of this recording still going on, it was all laid out for me clear as day. All of the ways that I abandoned myself for the relationship, all of the ways that I overgave and overexplained and overdid everything for the bare minimum. The bare minimum to me was somehow sustaining me. And there was a point in my marriage where I truly believed that I was grateful for the bare minimum. Like I was asking for it. I was so depleted and so empty and so lifeless that even just a morsel of love was enough for me. And to be honest, my heart breaks when I think of that version of myself because it was a version of myself that believed that that was all I deserved. And so I would just end up doing more. I would take on the entire toll of our marriage, of our married life, and of our home and of our children. And I would still show up for my business. And I'd honestly feel bad about asking for help because I thought that I could handle it. I thought that I could carry the weight of the world on my shoulders because I was so conditioned to do so already. And when I started to make more money, it became worse. My partner wanted to do even less and wanted to contribute even less. And even while he was still in a very unwell and toxic headspace, I could feel my energy being squeezed and pulled. And yet somehow in my mind, I'm thinking, of course I can do more because I love him and because this is what you do for the people that you love. But despite working harder, nothing worked out because I wasn't meant to work harder for the bare minimum. I wasn't meant to accept breadcrumbs. I wasn't meant to settle for less than what I deserve. And I didn't get to that point until I remembered who I am. Number three, your life gets to be a walking, breathing, living meditation of what it is to be loved. So every day in every way, my life is a walking, breathing, living meditation of what it is to be loved. I bask in that feeling all day. What is it to truly and deeply feel loved by something greater than you? What does it feel like to let life meet you where you are? Now, before moving like this, I was in hustle mode. I was efforting. I was looking for ways to love and be loved. I was searching, seeking, finding, solving, all the things. There was always a seeking nature to me until I finally realized that if I'm creating a partnership with the divine through my calling, then my essence is enough. The universe can meet me halfway. God can meet me halfway. I am allowed to be loved and cared for and provided for through this. I don't need to handle everything. I can ask to be divinely resourced with this mission. I can ask to be provided for. I can ask for the divine to amplify my voice and my work. I can truly rely on my partner, God, source, love, the universe, whatever it is you believe that has a higher power than you. This is what it means to co-create. We let the divine around us have a say so that the divine within us knows how to move. So think about it for a moment. What does it feel like to be loved? Like, really think about it. Because for me, I instantly feel more radiant. I feel at ease. I feel at peace. I feel held. That is the energy I dwell in now. Number 4, you feel complete detachment from all outcomes because whatever happens doesn't mean anything about you. Now, when I was going through my divorce, my attachment issues raced to the forefront of my consciousness. I saw all of the ways that I was anxiously attached. I saw all the ways that I was avoidantly attached. I don't believe that we fall into one attachment style. I think that we have bits and pieces of all three of them based on our triggers. We are complex people. Nobody fits into a box. And this is why the several chapters of the Money Methods is devoted to love attachment and understanding our unique attachment styles. Being detached doesn't mean you don't care about anything. Rather, it means that regardless of what happens in your life, the outcomes don't mean anything about you. So for example, if I'm really set on being interviewed for a podcast I'd love to get featured on, and I don't end up getting it, this outcome doesn't mean that I'm less worthy because it wasn't the outcome I wanted. It doesn't actually need to mean anything. Sometimes we get fixated on finding meaning in every circumstance and thing that happens to us or for us, but more often than not, if we simply detached from everything needing to go our way, we will find that we need a lot less than we think. And finally, number 5, you're committed to your calling in a totally new way. Now, this is my favorite because in the Money Methods, we actually create a commitment with the divine, like through vows. But what we're talking about here is a whole new relationship to our purpose, to our calling. And I'm going to share a little bit of my vows now that I have with my calling. So here it goes. I commit to my calling. I am the one that must see this through. I was chosen for this. And so I choose to honor it. I choose to love my calling and never give up on it. I choose to never doubt myself or my journey. I fully and deeply and wholly believe in it. I trust the path. Through my vows, I choose to honor the greater vision designed by me, my higher self, and the divine within me and around me. I am committed to consistently showing up as divine inspiration within me directs me and guides me. I am committed to allowing my voice, my truth, and my work to be amplified by the divine. I ask the divine to provide for my every need and desire as I surrender to my calling and allow the magic of my life to work to move through me. So this is just a portion of the vows that I made in partnership with the divine as it relates to my higher purpose. And that's really what we have to look at this work. It's achieving a higher purpose through the help of the divine. We were sent here for this. We were chosen for this. And now is the time to rise up for this. And if you remember at the beginning of this episode, I talked about the people who are drawn to my work and those who are drawn to, and those that I am drawn to as well. It is their calling that speaks to them. It is through this work that they can speak to the masses. By marketing themselves and manifesting with nothing but the essence that is them, they are achieving their greater purpose with soul, and they get to love every moment of it. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Until next time, be well and take care.